Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Sourdough, and welcome back to another pregame stream. Man, am I hyped for today. Such a big game today. Before I get into it, let's just do the normal stuff that we do before. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at StoneColdKiddle. I tweet a lot of Niners stuff, a lot of also Warriors, A's, but mainly Niners. Obviously, I'm a bigger Niners fan, as you can see by these streams, hopefully. And if you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments below or on the side wherever you are. And I'm sorry if my voice is a bit down. I have a bit of a cold, not too bad, but it's a bit down. Anyways, let me turn off my phone. Yeah, all right. So Kittle has just been confirmed out. Hold on, wait. It was my Oko tweet, and he deleted it. Okay. Anyways, it's week 10. I am so hyped for today. We're playing Seattle, Monday Night Football. Definitely the biggest game since the NFC Championship, hands down. I mean, if we want to win the division, we want a long coasters run, you have to win these types of games. Like, if we want to win, this is such a big game considering that as of now, they're kind of like our only competition in the West. I mean, LA's not doing well. They're 5-4. Cardinals, we don't even need to talk about them. And then it's just us 8-0 in Seattle, who's 7-2. So it's just going to be this should just be a bloodbath game. Like, everyone wants to win this game on both teams. So yeah, it's going to be a really intense game. But let's just get into the analysis. So keys to the game for San Francisco. For offense, I think running the ball is going to be our safest bet tonight. Obviously, not having Kittle, he was just confirmed out. That's such a huge blow. So I feel like we're safer when we run the ball without him on the field. So I think running the ball is going to be our best option tonight. We can pass too, obviously, but I feel like if we're going to get the most out of everything, we're going to run the ball more. So, yeah, that's my key to the offense. And the key to the defense, I think just pressuring Russell Wilson, that's going to be huge for us tonight. We need to do that. He's probably the best quarterback under pressure this year, obviously having an MVP caliber season, probably going to win the MVP at this point. So I think pressuring him is just going to slow him down, everything. And that's what we need to do in order to stop their offense, who's been so good this year. Key players for this game. Tevin Coleman's one, as I said, running. We need to run in order to win tonight. Another one's Ross Dwelly. Obviously, he's going to be the one taking Kittle's place at tight end, so hopefully he can step it up. Another player, Dre Greenlaw, he's coming in for Quan Alexander, who's out for the year. That is a huge blow, by the way. I know I didn't do a post-game analysis for the last game, but just to say that is such a huge blow for us, and that I don't think that's definitely going to lower our chances of winning any game this year. So hopefully he can step it up. I know he showed a lot of potential in training camp, OTAs, combine, draft, got him 5th round. It seemed like he was a good pick. And he's been starting. I think they moved it to a 2-man linebacker now, and said it was 3 at the beginning, and I think they switched it to 2. But yeah, he's been playing his part. He got a sack last week. I think DJ Jones just got the pressure and Murray fell down. He got the sack technically because he touched him. So yeah, but anyways, he's going to be a key player. He needs to fill in those shoes, which are very hard to fill for Quan Alexander. Emmanuel Mosley is another player I have. Obviously, Tyler Lockett's been on a tear this year, and I think that Mosley is going to be the one that's guarding Lockett. So, yeah, so that's why I'm putting him there. It could be, honestly, if it's not Mosley guarding Lockett, then just put whatever corner is guarding Lockett. I don't think Witherspoon's back yet, so that's why I'm putting Mosley there. I think he was questionable, but they weren't optimistic about it. So we will see. Hopefully he can come back. I know Mosley has been doing a phenomenal job taking his place, besides giving up that 89-yard touchdown last week. Yeah, and then the last key player I have, it's not really – it's a group of players. I think the D-line needs to step up. We want to pressure Wilson. Obviously, the D-line is capable of stepping up like that, but they got to really just, like, elevate their game tonight. This is such a big game for everyone, so they need to really show who they are. We obviously know who they are. Obviously, they've done such a good year. But if they can have a performance – I don't know what their best performance is. They've had so many good performances. So hopefully they can really just step it up tonight, like as they do usually on a daily basis. So yeah, and now let's just get into the Seattle keys. So on offense, I think passing, if they pass the ball, that's gonna win them the game probably because if they just gotta keep passing. I know the Niners D line should be able to stop the run, which is good for us. And then, but then if they want to stop the run, they obviously got to pass. So you have three great receivers. Now you can pass to Russell Wilson, obviously, as I said earlier, best passer under pressure. So if they can pass, they're probably going to win. If they can just successfully pass, like constantly, they're probably going to win tonight. And on defense, I think they got to make us pass too. I think that's the safest way. Whether it's just pressuring Jimmy G, or just locking up our receivers. Obviously, we don't have Kittle tonight, so that's a huge gain for them as they don't have to lock him up. So then they can focus on our receivers. I know Sanders, Pettis had a solid game. Well, he had one long touchdown, but I know Sanders had a pretty good game. There's some other receivers. Deebo Samuel too. That's going to be another guy to lock up. Oh, those are just two. You can name all the receivers if you really wanted. But yeah, if they make us pass tonight, they're probably going to. If they successfully pass and make us pass, then they'll probably win the game tonight. As long as our offense and defense are just slowing down. I'll get into the score prediction later. And then the key players today, I think Tyler Lockett, as I said earlier, Mosley was a key player because he was guarding Lockett, so I'm just going to put Lockett as a key player. Russell Wilson, Niners D needs to pressure Russell Wilson if they want to win, so he's there too. He's got to step it up tonight. Excuse me. Another player has Josh Gordon. It's his first game with Seattle, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do with this team. And then for defense, I think the D-line, you can just put that there too, as I did with the Niners. Obviously, the Niners, I said they should probably run more tonight. If the D-line steps up, they're going to pass, which is going to help them. And the D-line, they look good on paper, but it's just like they have not really stepped up their game that much this year. So hopefully for them, they can break out tonight and step it up and win the game for them. All right, anyways, let's just get into the score. This is going to be a bloodbath, to say the least. Like, both teams desperately want to win this game. Obviously, this is like a renewal of one of the biggest rivalries of this decade. So, I mean, both teams, we all know that they want to win this game badly. So, this is going to be a pretty close game. This is honestly hard to predict. It could go either. Sorry about that. It could go either way, honestly. If I'm saying, if from me, so I'm gonna go with a close score here. I'm gonna say the Niners are gonna win 21-20. Honestly, we could win by a lot more. Seattle could blow us out, or Seattle could win by a close game. This is definitely the hardest game of the year to predict as of now. Yeah, so that's going to do it for my pregame stream. I am doing postgame tonight. And speaking of postgame, since I did not do postgame last week, I thought it might be good to just go over the fantasy as I did earlier. Hang on. Sorry, someone's just asking about my channel right now. I'm just going to text them back. Okay, anyways, let's just get into the fantasy. Sorry about that. Obviously, we had a pretty good Jimmy G and Manuel Sanders had a phenomenal week against Arizona is the last team we played. So I know it's Sanders. I know the person I was playing in my normal league benched him, and then I traded for him. So I'm starting him in my normal league tonight. And then to replace Kittle, I have to start. I started Eric Ebron, but that did not matter because I had like 160 points, which was hella good. All right. Anyways, last week, why can I not? Come on, buddy. All right, there you go. All right, last week, Jimmy G with 28. Jimmy G had 28.88 points. Huge predicted 18.47. Pettis, 1 target, 21 reception, yard, touchdown. He got 8.6 points. Deebo had 6 points. Matt Breida with 10.2 points. He had a pretty solid game, honestly. 15 rush attempts, 78 yards. Juszczyk obviously was out. Oh, he's returning tonight too. Juszczyk, Staley, McGlinchey. You could also put those all three as key players if you wanted. They're all returning tonight. Obviously, I don't think the Staley and McGlinchey returns are going to make it that big of an impact considering how well Justin School and Daniel Brunskill did. But the Juszczyk will for sure make an impact. I know our offense is not the same with him off the field, so that's going to make a huge impact for us tonight. Kittle with 16.9 points. He had a pretty good game. Tevin Coleman, 4.6 points. Kendrick Bourne, 7.2 points. And then Emmanuel Sanders with 20.7 points. Robbie Gould had 4 points. He had 4 PATs only. And then the Niners D, most points allowed this year, had 3 points. I also benched the Niners D in my normal league for the Ravens D. Ravens D got 23. So I'm hoping that the Niners can top that, make it look like a bad decision. Yes, we are getting Juice back, Paul. I'm really hyped for that. And then last week for the other squad that I have, I have to have 2 squads. Raheem Mostert with negative 0.2 points. That's just great. Jeff Wilson with 0.7 points, and Ross Dwelley with 4.9 points. Obviously, we're going to need Dwelley to step up more tonight, so hopefully he can do that. Hopefully everyone can step up that I highlighted, and hopefully we can win this must-win game. This is a must-win game. Thank you all for tuning in, and go Niners.